Well, hi, and thanks for joining. I'm Dougal Saunders, and I just thought I'd give a quick update on this Friday before we get to next Monday, the 11th of October, and things start to change. So, part of what I wanted to update you about today was the fact that today will be the last day that I report the numbers and new cases in the way that I guess I have been now for the past couple of months. And that's for a couple of reasons. One is, I suppose, that as we move into a new change, a new course, I think we need to do that together in a slightly different way. So the numbers I've been reporting, we won't be doing that anymore. There'll still be obviously information we provide to you each and every day, important information that I think you need to know, but the numbers and the new cases won't be the focus of that, and I'll explain a bit more about why that is. From Monday, of course, double vaccinated people are on a bit of a new course. There are new things that are happening, and I think there's an opportunity for everyone there to seize those opportunities in a sensible way. As we go forward, I know there'll be lots of questions, and I'm still here, my staff are all still here to help answer those questions. Bearing in mind there's also lots of information that we share on our Facebook page, including links to all of those roadmap details around the 70%, the 80% and December 1. So we'll continue to focus on that. There are some realities and some new realities, and I do want you to be ready for that as well. And I guess part of that is that it's almost certain that case numbers will start to rise. It's been planned for, it is expected, and I want you to be ready for that as well and not overly worried when case numbers do start to go up, because as we open up, it's bound to happen, but we are ready for it, and that's important to note. Now, for most of our region, the other really good news is that our vaccination rate is outstanding. We are at the target, basically, that we wanted to be at by now. So from that point of view, the news is really good. The level of protection is there, but you still do need to be sensible, and that's worth noting as well. And remember that what you do is still actually up to you. So we're providing more opportunities, but you individually, you with your family, still have the option to take up some of those options if you want, but you don't have to. So again, it's a personal decision what you do, how you do it, and how many people you're mingling with. So bear that in mind as well. From Monday, it's important you know that there will be a different way of dealing with contacts of a positive case of COVID-19. And really that focus will be around close contacts only. So the days of listing venues of concern for casual contacts, they're basically done with. It's really only close contacts that we'll be worried about. And with close contacts, it'll be using the QR code system check-in that we have currently. That's staying in place for the time being and helping with when you check in, you'll be obviously registered on the system. If there is a positive case at a venue you've been to and you are regarded as a close contact, you would then receive an alert. At that point, you're asked to monitor your symptoms and then isolate if you are feeling unwell and get tested if you're feeling unwell to make sure you're doing the right thing from that point onwards. Other settings like schools and other educational providers and also high-risk facilities like healthcare and aged care will all have their own specific settings in place to monitor that. But in general, checking in is still important because that'll be how you're contacted via the QR code check-in system. And that's what we're going to be focusing on, some of those important information details you need to know going forward. So what is changing where you are? Where can you keep getting vaccinated and where's testing up to, that sort of stuff, and how's your community going? That's what we'll be focusing on. But a few things I do also want you to know about as we head into next week is whether you're vaccinated or not, you're still asked and urged to get tested if you have any symptoms of COVID-19 and isolate until you get a negative result. Whether you're vaccinated or not, you're asked to absolutely isolate if you are tested positive for COVID-19. You need to do that for 14 days. There's some more detail in the main part of this post about some of the other scenarios about being vaccinated or unvaccinated and being a close contact or testing positive. But in the main part, the main message is, if you test positive for COVID, you still need to isolate for 14 days and make sure you're doing the right thing. So look, the other things we'll be looking at, I guess, is the roadmap and things like the 70% from Monday and then 80% towards the end of October and then the December 1 figure as well. So have a look at the info on this post. It talks about some of the things that will change, and there have been changes as of yesterday. That's the type of information we will keep updating you with each and every day as that information comes to hand. Look at this as a great opportunity to support local businesses in whatever way you're comfortable with. There'll be so many opportunities to support local business from Monday, and then again at the end of October, and then again from December as we head into what will be hopefully a really normal Christmas time. So I'm encouraging you to do that in whatever way you feel comfortable with. But remember, if you feel unwell, you do owe it to yourself, you owe it to the rest of us to get tested and to do the right thing. Now, this is not about saying that COVID no longer exists. All of the plans we've got in place and the roadmap forward is not saying that COVID does not exist. It's just that we need to deal with it in a slightly different way and give us all a few more freedoms, but recognising as well that we need to support each other from a health perspective too. So don't lose sight of that. Today's numbers are in the main part of the post. I'll just run through them quickly. 16 new cases across the Western Local Health District, 6 in Dubbo, 5 in Bathurst, 2 at Wellington and 1 each for Bourke, Orange and for Oberon. And that's really the last time we need to report those numbers as such. There will be numbers in parts of the region for quite some time now. They will escalate, they will fluctuate, but it doesn't become about the numbers from here on in. So look, thanks for joining in today. I hope that's provided a bit of the information you're needing. Check all the information on the main part of this post. Have a great weekend, stay safe, look forward to spending some time with each other, and we'll keep updating you as much as we can.